So you've made it past the first date and now you're about to hit second base. Well, at least when it comes to planning your second date. The first 3 dates are the most important because it sets the bar for the rest of the relationship. And the first date is the time to put on your Sunday best and really focus on finding common ground. But the second date should be about a moment to remember for more of a connection and to see how well you can play, have fun, and work well as a team. The second date is about building a foundation of friendship without being friend-zoned. Taking the time to build a playful friendship is a chance for you both to bond. Many couples rush too fast into the romance department, and it can cause the chemistry to quickly fizzle out. Remember, slow and steady wins the race. Keep in mind, gentlemen, that chemistry takes longer for a woman than it does a man. They say that men are like microwaves and women are like crockpots, which means it can take a woman 10 times longer to get hot. So be patient. The second date is your chance to win her over with your fun personality, playfulness, and charm. However, this is not the time to be inviting her over for Netflix and chill. So don't get too excited and don't mess this up. Women always appreciate a man who is persistent, patient, and knows how to properly court a woman. Furthermore, as the strong man that you are, you cannot fear rejection. Courtship means pursuing a woman even after virtuous rejection from a lady. A quality woman is always going to have boundaries and she's going to say no at some point. So don't let this deter you. A cute love story of one of my favorite couples is Ryan Serhant and his wife Amelia from the $1 Million Listing New York show. And this is a great example of how she turned him down after their first date, yet he kept pursuing her for 6 months until he got a second date. And eventually he married her. This is the kind of real romance that creates lasting love. So don't blow a girl off if she doesn't show immediate interest or kisses you right away, because she could be your soulmate. Being a gentleman means not rushing things. So don't be the tacky guy who asks a woman to his home too fast or tries to get a girl in a bikini at the beach right away. Even though cooking her dinner or taking her on your private yacht might sound nice, it still feels like too much pressure for a woman on a second date. If you don't want a woman rushing you to the altar, don't be rushing her into the bedroom. Be a real gentleman and bring some old-fashioned romance by planning real dates. For a great second date, I recommend keeping it a little bit more on the casual side and still in a public place, but you still want to look your best. So an easy go-to outfit for a more laid-back look would be a pair of clean white leather sneakers, a nice classic polo, and maybe some khakis, which is a cool but classy look. As a fashion stylist, if you're wearing shorts, it's a good rule of thumb that you don't want your shorts to be so short that you look a little bit feminine or so long that you might look ghetto. And avoid shirts with loud prints or something that a high school boy would wear. You still want to look classy even when you're on a casual adventure. For the second date, I recommend an activity that you can both really interact together but still talk. Try to stay away from places that are too loud, like bars, concerts, or aggressive sporting events. First dates, I recommend no more than 2 hours, but the second date can be a little bit longer, around 3 to 5 hours, which might involve a short activity and a lunch, but not an all-day event, because you want it to be something that you can still pop out of easily if you need to. Try to keep it fun, light, and in a public place that is still close to her location in the beginning stages. And if you're not from the same area, avoid asking a woman to meet you halfway or come to your location until she's at a point where she really feels safe in your presence. Your number one priority is to make her feel safe and comfortable. Some great second date ideas would be hiking, a baseball game, museums, mini golf, an arcade, maybe going to a local fair or amusement park, farmer's market, lunch or coffee with a beach walk, maybe a stroll in a scenic spot with a fun little picnic, classes like dancing, cooking, painting, or rent bikes or maybe a tandem. And as you continue to get to know each other, keep planning fun, creative dates. Dinner and drinks can get old after a while, and Netflix and chill in the early stages can just come across as sleazy and cheesy and lazy. So really put some effort into planning great activities and start living your best life together. She will thank you for it.